What is going on, Misfit Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Misfit Wrestling Podcast. This is your AEW Dynamite review for March the 1st, 2023, the go-home edition for Revolution. Not reviewing Rampage, because again, I don't do Rampage, but I got a big announcement I actually made on Monday. I didn't get to talk about Monday Night Raw. I'm not going to talk about Monday Night Raw, because Monday Night Raw does not deserve my attention this week. So, but I am going to talk about not Monday Night Raw. I'm going to talk about AEW Dynamite, which I thought was an alright show, a fine show. Some weird booking decisions, here and there, and whatnot. But by the time you watch this video, I will have, or listen to this podcast and watch this video. I will also have my AEW Revolutions prediction, preview and predictions video coming up. But let's talk about the big announcement first. Well, before I do that, let's do all the plugins first. The plugs, the cheap plugs as they call them here in the interwebs. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, comment down below. To hit that, also hit that like button. Follow the social medias. Misfit Podcast TV on Twitter, Misfit Wrestling Pod on Instagram, Misfit Wrestling Podcast on Facebook, YouTube.com/@Misfit Wrestling Podcast. You can follow us follow me rather, on the other audio platforms: Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Pandora, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and Google Podcasts. All of them good stuff there. I announced this week on not this week, but actually I did announce it this week on Monday that I'm starting tomorrow. Hopefully, I forget how I'm going to do this. This could be very, very difficult. This could be different. I'm adding a new show. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be reviewing Ring of Honor weekly television. Tomorrow, the new era of Ring of Honor starts. We saw Andy Kingston quit AEW tonight, quote unquote. Reason being, he's going to be on the AEW, or not the AEW shows, the Ring of Honor shows moving forward. We'll talk about that tomorrow night for Ring of Honor, which should be interesting. I have seen the spoilers for Ring of Honor for the next 2 weeks of the television, and I've also seen the what's the word I'm looking for? The projected card for for Supercard of Honor, which looks 3 matches on that card. I'm actually 2 of them realistically. I'm actually looking forward to. One of them, oh boy. But yeah, Ring of Honor review starting tomorrow, Thursday night. Maybe not immediately after Ring of Honor airs. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this whole thing here. But that is coming to the channel. Very, very excited about that. We also have the AEW Revolution review coming up on Sunday. I'm gonna try to get back with this schedule here. I know I've been off and on lately. I apologize for that. SmackDown, I'm looking forward to. You get all that stuff here with the Bloodline and all that stuff. Cody Rhodes is going to be on SmackDown to do all that stuff there. But that's for SmackDown. Let's talk about AEW Dynamite. Dynamite opened up with the AEW All-Electric Championship match between Orange Cassidy defending against Big Bitch Bill. This match is okay. I was never a big fan of I was never a big fan of Big Cass, or Big Ass, or whatever you want to call him. But Orange Cassidy wins with the Orange Punch. That's how they ended there. And I believe after the match, the best friends get beaten up, which sets up something happened a little later on, which I had a problem with, and a lot of other people had a problem with it. Next up, we got Jon Moxley backstage. He's already blood on the show, so you know it's serious when Jon Moxley's on the show. It's a showing from happened last week with that brutal match between Evil Uno and Jon Moxley, which was phenomenal stuff, by the way. I enjoyed the hell out of that. Evil Uno paying tribute to the Great Muta. Point 0.9 or 7 on the Muda scale there. Moxley talking about he's basically going to kill Adam Page, is what he's saying. And I fucking can't wait for Hangman. I cannot wait for that match on Sunday. 2 matches on that show that I'm very, very excited for. Actually, the whole weekend. Because Stardom has a show this weekend too, and I'm very excited for that too. Especially one match that I hope is better than the first one, because their first one match of the year. So we'll talk a little bit more about Stardom at the end of the show. Because I can't wait for that. I'm gonna go over that card too. On this show, and then I'm gonna say the AEW review, the AEW predictions for obviously the prediction show. The Elite are coming out. To do what? I don't know, but the lights go out. They didn't get to do very much because the lights go out. The highlights came back on. House of Black is behind them. And they assumingly beat up the House of Black. Or the Elite. The Elite. And they just take the titles with them. Great segment. I'm very looking forward to this match. Match is gonna be match of the fucking night, probably. So we got the Face of the Revolution ladder match. Eddie Kingston and Ortiz fight. They start brawling. Kingston throws a ladder down onto Ortiz. Meanwhile, Action Andretti dives out to the ring to take out Sammy Guevara. At this point, I think like Eddie Kingston is just gone from this match for the rest of it. Konosuke Takeshita, great stuff. But it comes down to the final moments of the match here. Konosuke getting ready to go up, obviously, to win the whole thing. And then in comes Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia pushes the ladder down, and they just beat up Konosuke on the outside. He's just taking off there. There is an awesome spot from Konosuke to what is his name? From Commander. I believe his name is Commander. Could be wrong on that, but he did a blue thunder bomb from the top of the fucking ladder. It was one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life. This dude is incredible stuff. He's incredible. Like, this is my first time seeing him, and I thought he was great. But like I said, near the end, everyone's getting taken out. Powerhouse Hobbs, who's also in the match, he takes out Konosuke and Sammy Guevara, and he starts going to the top and grabbing the brass ring, and he gets a TNT Championship match next week against either Wardlow or Samoa Joe, depending on who wins at Revolution on Sunday. Fun ladder match. I enjoyed this match. This was probably my favorite match of the night. I love Konosuke. I love. I do like Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't care for Sammy Guevara anymore. I like this Commander dude. I believe if I said his name wrong, I do apologize. But some good stuff there. Oh, and AR Fox, I like him too. And so there's that. After the match, Powerhouse Hobbs stares down with Samoa Joe. Wardlow comes out. He just starts taking out security, and Samoa Joe just disappears. So that's how that ended. Then we got the medical update here with Trent and Chuck, who aren't medically cleared to be in the Battle Royale later on tonight. But Danhausen and Orange Cassidy end up taking their place. And we'll talk about how I fucking hated this when I get to it. Next up, Chris Jericho just murders Peter Avalon. That's how that match ended. Codebreaker for the win. No one cares about Peter Avalon. After the match, Jericho grabs his Bat Floyd and hits Avalon with it in the head with it. Ricky Starks comes out here because remember this feud is over, but they're still doing it. Chris Jericho gets on the microphone. He says he'll beat the hell out of him on Sunday, but while the JAS Jericho Appreciation Society aren't allowed at ringside, on Sunday doesn't mean they can't be tonight. So Jericho appreciates his side just beats up Sammy Guevara. Or not Sammy Guevara. They beat up Ricky Starks. Jericho gets one final blow in with a Judas effect as that segment ends. I don't give a shit about this match on Sunday, and I'll talk about that very much so when I do the predictions. We got a video package promo from Hangman Page. Page says that he can't take his friends from him. He is his memory, and this Sunday or his memory. So, and this Sunday he'll take everything away from Moxley. He takes away his spot at the top of the food chain. He admits that he's not been the same animal, as he hates violence. Or he admits he's not the same animal as basically as Moxley is. He hates violence, but this Sunday he will be the most bloodthirsty son of a bitch he has to be. Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited for Hangman Page and Jon Moxley. Christian Cage comes out here because we're still doing this. Basically challenges Jungle Boy to a match of some sort at I must have WrestleMania at Revolution because he's still ducking Biggie. I mean, I'm over the whole Jungle Boy and Christian Cage storyline. I hope this is the end of it after Sunday, but then I've knowing TK's booking, it won't be. So Jungle Boy got on the Titantron and said something about like didn't say anything actually. He didn't say anything, but it's whatever. Doing something about Buried Alive. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do on Sunday, but it's whatever. I don't really care about that. Backstage, Tony Schiavone entering the champion, Jamie Hayter, and Britt Baker's there too. Whatever. She says she doesn't know what is sweeter, beating one bitch or two this Sunday. Britt Baker says that Saraya can look, but you can't touch. I don't know if it's a John Cena reference or not. Why would it be? I don't know. As she will not have her have the belt. She says, I fucking hope so on that. Matt Hardy loses to Hook. Immediately taps out very, very quickly to the Red Rum. Stokey has the star of this match is if Hook won, he gets a match with Stokely Hathaway next week or on Rampage. One of the two. And he's supposed to be injured, but he's not his injury wasn't real. So there's that. It is and the firm is banned from each time from this feature match with Hathaway. The House of Black backstage in their dark room. It's not really backstage. Well, it technically is backstage, but in context, it's their dark room. They're holding the trios championships. Malachi says that they'll leave the titles here, but this Sunday, the Elite should know that they've already lost. I can't wait for that match. It's going to be fucking good. Toni Storm defeated Riho defeated Toni Storm with a roll-up, a distraction roll-up. This match I didn't think was very good. I'm sorry. I love Riho and I love Toni Storm, but again, Saraya has ruined this whole thing for me. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care about Toni Storm. Like, Toni Storm had a great run as women's champion, right? And then they've reduced her to being somebody's lackey and pretending like her and Saraya are the fucking outsiders. They aren't the outsiders. This is not the NWO. You are never going to be the NWO. Don't even try this. This is not DX, not the NWO. This is not the Nexus. You cannot duplicate any one of those storylines or factions. And it doesn't help that the finish was shit too, because it was a distracted finish by Britt Baker of all people. distracted Toni Storm with a terrible roll up, which I kind of fault Toni for, and maybe a little bit of Riho, but Riho's kind of so tiny that it's kind of maybe she didn't have a good grip on it. I don't know. I'm faulting both women on this. This match was not very good in my opinion. These two, I know, I guarantee you, if this whole fucking shit was not going on, they would actually have a killer match, because like, and it's just much like what happened at Full Gear with Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm, and what happened with uh, Jamie Hayter and Hikaru Shida in December, where they had that awesome main event. They didn't have this shit going on here, and they would, and those two matches, especially the one with Shida, to end up being the best women's matches in AEW history. Imagine that shit. After the match, Toni Storm attacks Riho, then brawls with Breaker on the outside. Jamie Hayter and Saraya get into it until Ruby Soho comes out here, and she peeks on either side and starts beating them up both. Let's move on from this storyline. I'm moving on from it because I want to talk about Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes. I love Keith Lee. I love me some Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes is in his final year of his career, I believe. Either this year or next year he's retiring. I'm not actually sure. They said on Rampage they'll show why they are naturally limitless, which is a great name, by the way, and why they will remember their name. So I guess I'm okay with this being a team, but why the fuck isn't Keith Lee versus Swerve Strickland on the fucking pay-per-view? Why do we need to see Chris Jericho versus Ricky? There's a lot of matches on this show on Revolution that should not be on. Like, for example, we don't need this massive four-way match, tag titles. We don't need Danhausen and Orange Cassidy. We don't need Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. We sure as hell don't need the Ass Boys as the tag champions. I don't give a shit about Saraya being involved in here. I don't really care. AEW really hasn't given me a reason to give a shit about Ruby Soho. Ricky Starks and Chris Jericho should have ended months ago. Even though it just literally started last month, but I don't care. And I understand the Christian and Jungle Boy thing has been, put on hold because of Christian's injury. But come on now. You have room to fit fucking Jericho and Ricky Starks, but you don't have room to fit whatever. Oh boy, let's talk about this piece of shit here. This was fucking bad. This piece of shit battle royal was so bad that I almost wanted to turn off the TV, but I didn't. I have to review this shit. First of all, the most obvious choices to win this one were eliminated fairly quickly. That being Pentagon and Phoenix. They were gone. I would have loved to see Aussie Open win this thing. They were eliminated. Right? The Kingdom came in here, and it seemed like they were challenging for the AEW tag team titles or the Ring of Honor tag title. One of the two fucking titles. I don't remember which one. They've disappeared. They are all of a sudden back on television, apparently. Which I hope they just go to Ring of Honor, because I don't think they're going to do very much here in AEW. And guess who fucking won? Guess who got booked to win the fucking thing? Not FTR. Not the obvious choice. Not the right choice to win this thing. They weren't even in the damn thing. It was fucking Danhausen and Orange Cassidy. Now, I'm a fan of Danhausen and I'm a fan of Orange Cassidy, but no one in their fucking right minds wants this. People really thought that this was going to be, get this, because it made fucking sense storyline wise. People thought it was going to be the Ass Boys, the Acclaimed, Team TNA, and FTR, because those four fucking individual teams have been feuding with each other. FTR beat them because of a distraction by the fucking Ass Boys. What? I don't know this. I don't care about this. I don't. Most of this, and it's too long of a card, anyways. Get this. You have currently on not Dynamite on this paper. You have 8 matches on this show. 8. And one of them is going to take up an hour. Unless unless this fucking 4-way match and this Jungle Boy match will take up a lot. I'll get that when I fucking predict the fucking pay-per-view. Main event segment, MJF gets cut off, but Bryan Danielson gets molded here. Basically tells him that if you aren't ready to be out wrestled in 60 minutes basically for an hour, then you're gonna get your head fucking kicked in. Or get your head. What did he say? How did he say it? He's gonna get his fucking head kicked in, is what he said. So yeah. But that was AEW Dynamite. Not the best. It was okay. I love the fucking the live match was great. I enjoyed that. I didn't really care for Riho and Toni Storm, and I love both of those ladies. Battle Royale pissed me off so much. Chris Jericho was there. Orange Cassidy versus Big Bill was all right, but other than that, there was nothing else on the show that I cared about really. But what I do want to talk about now is not AEW. I'm going to throw this in here for right here because I might as well do that. Stardom has a show coming up on the 4th. I said the 5th, the 4th, which is this weekend. They got their Triangle Derby finals of their first Triangle Derby tournament, which is the 6-woman tournament that they've been running. The big show, the finals here. You got the semifinals. Neo Stardom Army, 7-Up, the fizzy drinks. Yuna Mizumori. They'll be taking on Prominence's Zuzu Suzuki, Arita Sierra, and Hirogi Kamari. I believe I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Then we have Shuri Mirai and Amy Shirai. I believe Shuri. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. Against Cosmic Angels, Meltzer, which is Tam Nakano, Natsupoi, and Saki, which should be fun. New Army, or they get the finals there. We got Himeka in one of her retirement matches that she's having against Hirohori Hashimoto. Ishimori, I believe, I'm just gonna call it Hashimoto match. I'm fucking looking forward to because I'm very excited for this rematch. Hopefully, that means fans will be able to talk about this match or not talk about this match. I hope cheering is allowed at the show because this match could also very well steal the weekend. I'm talking about the rematch between AZM and Starlight Kid for the High Speed Championship. This match is gonna fucking rule so damn hard, and I'm excited. Oh my god, we've been blessed this weekend with 4 matches. I'm actually very looking forward to. But I do think AZM is gonna be. Well, maybe she doesn't. I don't know. Maybe Starlight Kid gets the title back because AZM did challenge Mercedes Moné to a IWGP Women's Title match, which I believe was confirmed to take place sometime in April. Sometime in April next month. Don't quote me on that. So there's that. We got Saya Kamitani. Saya Kamitani. I keep saying Kamitani. It's Kamitani. will be defending the World of Stardom Championship against Hazuki. I think this is when Hazuki finally. I think Hazuki's going to take it. I think she's going to be the one to take it here. I love Hazuki. She's amazing. Um, uh, I just love her. She's great. I think Hazuki's going to take the white belt here, which should be fun. Giulia, this is personal. This main event's personal here. Giulia defending the World Stardom Championship against Maya Yukihi from Ice Ribbon. So this is this is going to be very, very interesting to see how this works here. I believe she's competing as she's freelancer, but it's kind of like a Ice Ribbon type of storyline here. Julie hates the girls from Ice Ribbon. Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be personal, it's gonna be great. But Julia's gonna retain, obviously. She's great. Julia is becoming one of my favorite wrestlers in the world. I believe, and then she's gonna probably face. I think she's supposed to be facing Tam Nakano. Coming up soon. I want to say soon-ish. Maybe I don't know. Soonish is what I want to say there. Anyways, but that's little. Had a little stardom thing I wanted to talk about here. But yeah, this has been the AEW Dynamite review. I've been Matt the Misfit. This has been again the Misfit Wrestling Podcast with the AEW Dynamite review. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, comment down below, follow all the social medias. They're going to be down in the link in the description below. Also, the banner has all of those fucking outlets, the Spotify and all that stuff where you can listen to it anywhere you go. You don't even have to listen to it on YouTube. You can listen to it on Spotify if you want to. That's where this is going to be. But until the next time I will see you guys back here for SmackDown. No, actually, nope, correct. Nope. I'll see you guys back here for Ring of Honor tomorrow. I don't know why I said SmackDown. Ring of Honor. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna watch the show because right now I don't have Right now I don't have Honor Club, so I will find a way. But until then, I will see you guys back here for Ring of Honor on Thursday. Until then, I've been Matt the Misfit. This has been the Misfit Wrestling Podcast. We're out.